Hey, hello and welcome. You're listening to the Evolvepreneur Secrets Show for entrepreneurs, and I'm your host, Brian Silverthorne. And it's always my mission to help entrepreneurs make a difference and to navigate the ugly worlds of startup and growth and relaunch. And today we're going to dig deep with our guest and get you some great information to fast track your business. And our special guest today is Cassandra Rosa, and she's an intuitive certified life and business coach who helps female entrepreneurs create fulfilling businesses. Welcome to the show, Cassandra.
Thank you for having me, Brian. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you today.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it. So where are you hanging out today?
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, okay. All right. You're up a little bit north from where I am and east too. So I'm on the west coast of the US. So
Oh, nice.
Toronto's a great city.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to have some fun here. I'm going to try and keep this at around 10 minutes and ask you a few questions, and your answers are going to help the listeners get some good insight to help their businesses. So I know you got a book and you're a podcaster. Why don't you give us a brief overview of what the book's about and who you want to reach through the publishing of your book?
Yeah, great question. So it's called Now What? Create the Clarity to Achieve Your Dreams. It's available on Amazon. And the mission behind the book is to help people navigate those now what moments, those moments of uncertainty when you're feeling a calling for more in life and you're trying to clarify what that's going to look like and have the confidence to make the change that you want to make in your life and take action accordingly. So, there's different people that will pick up this book from many walks of life, maybe university, college grads, people that want to step into entrepreneurship, like many of you listeners here, and, you know, breakups, so many different things. And they all serve everyone in their own individual way, which has been beautiful to see with all the testimonials that have come back since it's been released.
That's great. That's good that you're getting good feedback. And that's a question that I'm sure everybody asks themselves multiple times throughout their journey through life.
Mhm.
So, what inspired you to write it?
Yeah, when I was in university, I was studying psychology. I wanted to make a difference in the world. I didn't know what that meant. I thought maybe advising people would be a great way. And halfway through my degree, I felt this calling for more, for a greater impact that would serve more of the masses. So it kind of walks through the journey of how I evolved from this lost university grad into finding my purpose as a coach. And there's lots of exercises in the book that I used in my own life to help me clarify what I wanted to do with my life. So it's a little workbook in itself as well.
Excellent, excellent. So, what you say you're coaching now as well. So, what made you get into that line of work?
Yeah, I really fell into personal development after university and started to transform my life. And I always, from a really young age, wanted to help people in a big and impactful way. And as I saw my life transform, I realized this could be the way that I could make a difference in waves in the world as well. So it's so exciting to wake up every morning to do this line of work. It doesn't feel like work, and it lights me up every day. So.
Excellent. That's a great way to get started every day, is looking forward to what you get to do for the day.
Yeah.
So, when you got started as a coach, what was the biggest challenge that you faced at that
Hmm.
particular time?
I think imposter syndrome was really big. I had a story that was running through my mind of you have to be Tony Robbins or Bob Proctor or Les Brown to help people and to be credible. And as I learned in my journey, as long as you're a few steps ahead of someone and you're authentically embodying what you teach, that's all that matters. So, yeah, that was the biggest thing, which I think a lot of entrepreneurs face as well when they're just getting started.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's a lot of am I doing the right thing? Why will people do this to me? Am I worthy of it? But it all boils down to, if you got something good to say and you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're being helpful to those who seek your help, then that's all that matters, and things kind of grow from there.
Yeah.
So, once you got through that first challenge of getting your mindset correct, what's the biggest challenge you have now?
The biggest challenge I have now, it's a good question. I'm in the process of scaling to the next level. I think I've grown and evolved and changed since the beginning of my business, and now it's refining and scaling to the next level.
Yeah, that can be a challenge. Being in business is kind of a grow or die world. So you gotta figure out how to do it in a
Mhm.
sensible way that
Mhm.
doesn't put you under. So, is that particular challenge right now hindering you from achieving whatever revenue goals that you have set for yourself?
No, no, I think that it's been aligning really well so far, and things have been scaling, and I'm ready just to continue with the quantum leap into 2023.
Okay, well, let's help you with your scaling here. Who is your ideal client?
Yeah, so female entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs that are wanting to make a difference in the world with their business. And maybe all they're missing is a little bit of that clarity piece, confidence, working through those negative thoughts, and creating a simple and aligned process to consistently show up and make the difference they want to see in the world.
Okay, great. And what is the once they reach out to you? Well, let's backtrack a minute. How do they find you?
Yes, you can find me at CassandraRosa.com on Instagram. My handle is Cassandra Rosa A, and we can connect there.
Okay, great. So, what what method of client attraction, for lack of a better term, client acquisition maybe is working best for you right now?
The method in acquiring, I think it really comes down to connecting on social media platforms and having authentic conversations with people, directing them to resources that I've created, whether it's the podcast or blog or social media posts, and really getting to the root of what they need support with and showing them that I can guide them along the way.
Oh, good. So, social media in its various forms. I've From what I've learned talking to folks like you that different platforms have different results for different people in different
Mhm.
businesses. But it's good to find out the ones that work. How about your podcast and your book? Are they attracting attention for you?
Yes, definitely. I love connecting with people and interviewing them, just kind of like this on my podcast. And I've been able to make a lot of deep connections with people I've interviewed with and seen it attract so many beautiful clients of mine into my world. So it's very much a blessing.
Good. So
Mhm.
once you have those clients that are happy with what you're doing, what's the best method for customer retention that you've found?
Mhm. I think it's just consistently building that connection and if they need some further refinement in life as they grow and scale and refine, who they want to help, just continuing with various forms of coaching and healing. I like to look at things very holistically with helping people with the practical tools, but also the energetics with energy healing and card readings. So that's kind of naturally where my business has evolved, and my clients have seen lots of long lasting results that way.
Excellent, excellent. So that's the intuitive part of your coaching practice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, good. Uh, um, Let me ask you this too. What's the main purpose of your podcast, and how do
Mhm.
people find you to be involved in that?
So the time that this episode probably is being released, it'll align when I'm rebranding my podcast into Fulfilled Femme Entrepreneur. And the podcast is really about um, interviewing different people, hearing about what really fulfills them in their business, and sharing a part of their craft that they specialize in, and giving people tips to apply that in their life and their businesses too. So, information, tips, and connection with beautiful female entrepreneurs that are doing big things in the world.
Good, great. So we're doing great here. We've got a couple of minutes left, and I'm starting to run out of questions because you've been answering these so well and succinctly. um, Let me ask you this: is there a question that I maybe should have asked but I haven't?
Hmm, that's a good question too. I don't know, maybe some of the keys to helping people creating like a long lasting, fulfilling business.
Okay, so
They do.
in your experience, what are those keys?
Yeah. So, like, three of the biggest steps that I walk people through is first, it's important to be really clear of who you want to help, how you want to help them, and how this fulfilling business is going to fit into your vision of life. You know what? There's been different parts in my journey where the clarity was missing and things we're kind of more foggy and cloudy in the attraction process of the right clients. So I think that can also be one of the biggest things that stops people when they start their business is really being clear about their offer and who they want to help and their vision for their life. You know, dreaming really big without the resistance of wanting to play small. Then the second thing is really embracing that confidence, what I call like being your fulfilled femme, like the truest, most confident version of yourself. So it really comes down to unlearning a lot of things that we learned about success and money and entrepreneurship from a young age. So helping them with the mindset piece and the limiting beliefs and really allowing them to embody who they want to be and who you should show up as to achieve the life that you want. And the last part is about that consistent creation. So finding that authentic method to share your knowledge, your wisdom with the world and acquire your first few clients and just continuously take action. So there's some practical tools there, productivity hacks, and really finding their own authentic process that will lead them to achieving what they want in their business and
Wow, I'm really glad I asked that question.
their
I think that's excellent advice, and I think we there isn't a better way to end this particular session. So, folks, that's a wrap on another great guest episode of the Evolvepreneur Secrets Show for entrepreneurs. And if you liked it, before you leave, please give us a 5-star review and maybe consider sharing it with a couple of friends. And if you want to make sure you keep up with all the podcasts, you can go to evolvepreneurSecrets.show. And if you're an entrepreneur and you got a great idea like Cassandra has and was talking to you about, let's get started with it today. Thanks.